Okay, so welcome to the second video. I'm going to click the Mystic Continue button. I'm not going to impart much information about my team or my plans at this juncture. I want to just get through the transfers. Now, I don't know what you're going to think of what I do with the transfers, so we'll have a look and we'll see what you think. Okay. I'm not sure how close to an exploit what I do is. So, Darren Way, 250 quid per week. He's someone that can go. Tenerife have offered this. Always look at the exchange. I also have on that I can see how much money the clubs have got somewhere here. Tenerife, they are loaded, aren't they? However, my rule is if only one person comes in for the club and he's not wanting a lot of money, so £250 a week, I bump up the amount of money that I ask for. Steve Collis, £200 a week. We'll ask for 100,000 off these. We won't accept any bids for these yet. So John Sheffield is £1,000 a week, so I really want to sell him. Falkirk probably the least rich club there, and then I will negotiate up with the other clubs. I don't look how much money each club's got generally. Tonkin's only on 140 a week, so he's not like a necessity to sell. So we'll bump his price up as well, although 50,000 would be nice. Crittenden, 500 quid a week. Probably want to sell him. Perth Glory, they're an Australian club, I believe. Yeah, okay. I don't want to reject any bids. I'm going to accept theirs, and then Xerex, I'll take him 250,000, but I want to sell him because of £500 a week. Like £500 is pretty much a it's one of those things where I'm happy to sell the player. I mean, I do this so often that I am pretty sure. Tampere United a finish. Yeah, they are. So again, we'll sell him. Given his wages are so low, we could go for 100,000 on these. I wish I hadn't not accepted the first bid. Let me change that. I can't. Okay. Michael McIndoe, 575 per week, so I really want him gone. Darlington can have him unless top. Are they Faroe Isles or something? No, Holland. Top Os. And Indiana, you can pay this for him. I don't bother with them. Tom White is 350 quid a week. I'm happy for Boston United to take him off my hands. I will take 55,000 for him. James Bent is 300 quid a week. Yeah, he can go. Kidderminster, you are fine to have him. Colin Puck, he's an okay defender. The problem here is he's got tackling of 18 and he's got jumping of 5. I don't like centre backs that can't jump. I'll speak about that later. And this 18 here on tackling basically nullifies or negates these two ratings. So it'd be okay. Like, it'd be alright for somebody, but not me. I didn't check what his wages were. £500 per week, yeah, he can go. Boston, you've got yourself a deal here. Chris Giles, £100 a week. Margate, I used to like Margate, played Margate a lot. You can have 100 for him. Roy O'Brien, £180 a week. Runcorn, you can do one. You're not getting him for that. Hitchin can have him. And Hayes will put that up. So again, if they're, and I apologise for that Bing. If they are not on a massive wage, then we sort of like deal. We're just trying to get enough money to. Oh, Aston Villa have come in for this guy. Obviously, I know Villa have got all the money, so I'll bump that one up. James Bent, we've accepted the Kidderminster offer, so now Murthia and Jokerit. I think they're Finnish as well, Jokerit. I apologise for my pronunciation. For everything. I apologise for everything. Colchester, you can pay a little bit more for this guy because his wages are only £160 per week. I imagine that I get a prize for knocking down the deals. So this is one. Grimsby, I've asked them for more. Falkirk have accepted their 90,000. If Cambridge was like 150,000, I'd accept that one and cancel the Falkirk one. But I just convinced myself that that's what football managers are doing anyway. This guy's only 190 quid a week. I will ask for a little bit more money off them. Oh my words. This is one of the most frustrating bits of the game. I don't know why I've done that. I wanted to do that. Okay, and we keep going. And if you don't want to see all of that nonsense, I'm going to put a timestamp at the end of it. So Skiverton, 100,000 for him. We'll be happy for that. We'll accept the Colchester offer and not the Perth Glory one, just because I believe that sometimes they can't get players over there. This one again, we'll accept Colchester, we'll cancel Kidderminster, and then these other two we're now going to put at 250,000. Again, like, I imagine this is how football deals are done in real life. Like, they say, oh, you have to pay this, and then they go, no, we won't pay that. You go, oh well, someone down the Jackie down the line will pay us, double that. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. So Chris Wheel, Arlesey Town obviously haven't got a lot of money, so I might just dump him on them anyway. Although I do like to keep goalkeepers. Basically, goalkeepers are just nonsense. Darren Way, so we can get rid of Darren Way for 100,000. That'd be a delightful amount of money. Stephen Collis, 100,000, delightful amount of money. And what will happen eventually, obviously I don't even bother reading that, is that we will thin out our squad. So goodbye Pluck. Sometimes I do not manage to have enough players at the start of the season. That is sometimes an issue. Lindegaard, you can go. So what I will do on future videos is, obviously I'm never going to sell off my entire squad like this again, so it's sort of not as important, although maybe I will. So yeah, it's just thinning out, and the reason we want to thin them out obviously is so that we get more money. We've got scouts coming in very soon. One scout, and then as soon as the scouts get in, I get them sent off. Like I said before, I believe it's 6, so you go Argentina, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. England's the next one, and then sell these players. John Sheffield, so we've got no goalkeeper now. So this usually is the thing that... excellent, Murthia, do want him. So we'll cancel his deal to Colchester. Gary Port we've signed. So Scott Earth we've signed. Darren Way has been bumped off the playlist. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Italy. So we're starting to get our players out. And I think we've got one more scout to get. I think that one will get bumped off. And hopefully we've now got some money to play with. So yeah, we've got 275,000. Eventually we'll get up to probably about 1 million, I guess. So Italy, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ireland, okay, that's not exactly great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweden, and then these two will go on the continents. So what did I try and play Stacey as? Okay, so this one, they go into Africa and to North Africa. And again, I will try and avoid players that are known players. However, I might I might have a situation where I have to buy players because obviously I have no options really. So what the plan is now is to get the players sold and then start looking through the short lists of what comes in. Skiverton, you can go. Wheel, you can go. White, you can go. Bents, you can go. And our searches start. So I believe that's all of the transfers done and all of the searches done. I will go through a lot more details of what I look for in players when we start signing players. And what I'll do is, because this next bit of time is going to be like dead time, I guess, I will put some timestamps so that you don't have to just sit and watch my computer go through this. James Steer, £150 a week. Wonderful. York, you can bid a bit more. What I do is, because I've played this game far too many times, is I know people won't bid for him. So I will set his transfer to 0, and I might start giving him a few games, just so that we've got that. And then these ones that are 100k that are still listed, I will put their values back down. These two are still wanted, so I don't need to do that one. Then have a look at the reserve squads. Giles, your value can go back down. And we're just trying to like hawk off as many of these players as we can. I'm sorry, I will go through the players that I'm looking for and what I look for in certain positions. The reason I've decided to start with 3-5-2 is because the worst position on the team is the fullback position. And if you play 4-4-2 or 4-1-3-2 or anything like that, then you effectively give up 2 players. In 3-5-2, you don't really give up anybody. The 3 centre backs, well, the middle centre back is the one that doesn't really do much. But you can be really creative with whoever you pick as your 3rd centre back. The other formations, like I said, that there are issues. Fullbacks get better match ratings, but are less wingbacks get better match ratings, but are less effective than wingers. So I will not do any matches in this one. I'm just going to take this one up to like how I do a player search, and we're just waiting for some to come in. So we are just waiting for scouts to bring us our list. If I did know how to stitch 2 videos together, I would obviously stop now and then stitch the next video next to it, but I am absolutely clueless about how you do that, so until someone explains to me in idiot's terms, it will not be done. Obviously this has got the old style Champions League where there were 2 group stages, and you get £250,000 per point, I believe. Right, so we don't really care about who's recommended. What we would do if we didn't have a lot of money is we can just buy and sell players. So essentially, when you get a highly rated player here, so this guy, although he's not free, so when you get a highly rated player like this, it means that other clubs are going to be interested. The way that it ranks if a player's wanted or not is based on their current ability and their potential ability and their reputation. Obviously, some of these players can't have a high reputation, so they must have high either current or potential, and that's what makes clubs interested. If you play a player, he becomes more visible, his reputation goes up, and people bid for him. So I'll do that with Alfred in my squad. So basically, you can do that to make money, but I don't really need money at this moment in time in this run. Maybe if in a few weeks' time we've had to spend a load of money, I might do that. But I generally avoid it because I can't bother to do it more than anything else. When I'm looking for players, basically, I'm on the attributes. Goalkeepers, we just need handling and reflexes. This one's okay. I might take him as a backup if he doesn't want a lot of money. Yeah, okay, you're good enough. And then for defenders, we're looking at positioning mainly. We don't want a right back. Position him mainly, then tackle him. Centre backs want jumping and bravery. Bravery's like the way that jumping affects the game. So high jumping, low bravery is pretty pointless. High bravery, low jumping is pretty pointless. And then marking's like, once we get into the higher leagues, we'll look at marking. But currently, Greg Brown's about the only one that's decent-ish. I've versatility on, so I know what positions they can play. And then attacking, we want creativity for our passers. We want dribbling for our wingers. And possibly one central midfielder. This guy's okay, passing's good, and off the ball for our strikers. So that's what I'll be looking at. I don't know how much of the mechanics you want to see. If you want to see me searching for these players, so this guy, good positioning, low tackling, or you just want to see the players that I sign in a couple of weeks' time. So what I'll do to circumvent that is I will create a backup video of me finding players, just so you can see the players, and then I will. Okay, so this guy's a decent striker. Off the ball is the first thing you look for. Finishing's not as important as people think, but it's still sort of important. Jumping's important, pace is important, technique is quite important. The problem this guy's got here, he's got penalties, which is say 15 attribute, which means his off the ball is not as powerful. If that was 20 and that was 17, this would be a far better player. However, as long as you want too much money, he can. Oh, no, he's not coming. Too much money. We're not paying that for him. Dribble him. So again, you can get away with a striker with high dribbling. You want dribbling, balance, technique, pace. So this guy would be a pretty good centre forward. He wouldn't be the main centre forward. £90 a week. I mean, 90 quid a week. Ridiculous that, isn't it? So he can come. He's not going to be here for a long time. But he'll be here for a fun time. And this guy, creativity sort of isn't wanted on a striker. But we'll speak about that when someone comes up. Passing, no, we don't want you. Dribbling, creativity, defensive positioning. Don't want you. Goalkeeping, handling, no one there. Defensive positioning, no. Off the ball, dribbling. This guy's sort of okay, not great though. We can do better. Just go through these last two, and then like I say, what I'll do is I'll create another video of me searching for players and buying players, and then once I've got a squad together before the first match of the season, I'll do the next like proper one. But if you are interested in like the bit of the game that I'm interested in, then obviously you'll like that last one. So again, you can see I'm always checking for those three things. This guy, he's got pace, he's got dribbling, he's got balance, he's not got jumping, he's not got technique. Technique works with dribbling as well, as does strength. Strength is like the one that affects everything, so strength is like a key attribute. Anyway, yeah, there's nothing there. Creativity is okay on that one. So that's the second video. I've taken you through how I sell players and what I do to look for players, and as you can see, we're only going to get people off these lists. I do need a goalkeeper, obviously, and what I'll do is the next video will just be the next couple of weeks of the season until like the 15th of August, I reckon, of me scouting and finding players, and then the next one in the playlist, like the next official video, will be the one where we do the first game of the season and I show you who I've got in my squad. But I know a lot of people are far more interested in the players that I pick and why I pick them, and why I don't pick some as well. So I think that's probably the best thing for me to do on the next video as like a non-essential video, but one that you can watch, and then we'll just get into the games, which I know is people are wanting to see me if I can back up the words of saying, you know, we'll win everything. So I will save this game now, and I will see you in the next video.